Vicinity FM 95.3. Radio just got excited. Let's go.
This is
Vicinity FM 95.3. We are your connection to the sounds that surrounds you.
and I feel like the Barbie. I'm a double.
This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha. I am Oluwafunke Israel with news nationwide. First headlines. House of Representatives passes bill making local languages in primary schools compulsory. Osun APC groups demand governorship ticket zoned to Osun West. Kwara State records low child mortality rates. Now the news in full. A bill seeking to make the learning of local languages compulsory in primary schools has passed its second reading in the House of Representatives. The proposed legislation, sponsored by Bello Barura representing Ilela Kwandaba Federal Constituency of Sokoto State, and Speaker of the House Tajuddin Ubas, would mandate the study of indigenous languages from primary 1 to 3 in schools across the country. They argued that early education in local languages would help children grasp foundational concepts more easily in their early years of education to foster better understanding and lay stronger educational foundation. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday paid a working visit to Anambra State to unveil a historical project by Governor Chukwuma Soludo-led administration. Among the projects commissioned by the President is the new state government house, Solution Fund City, and the new Governor's Lodge built for the first time in 34 years, and the revamped State House of Assembly, Anambra County Club, amongst others. At the commissioning, President Tinubu commended Governor Soludo for providing solutions in the area of infrastructure, a service to the people, and building institutions in the state which reflects the quality of governance for the people of Anambra State.
I'm delighted to be back on a state visit and to commission some legacy projects by your government. I come as a friend to the great people of Anambra and the Southeast. Southeast, I salute your enterprise, your innovation, and your unwavering commitment to progress. Anambra has long stood as a beacon of commerce, intellect, and cultural strength.
Further, as part of the event to mark his visit, the President was conferred a traditional title, DKC Umba, Hero from Another Land, by Traditional Rulers Council led by its chairman, Igwe Chidubem Iweka of Obosi, was given to President Tinubu by the traditional rulers representing all the communities in Anambra State. The National Pension Commission has urged the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to extend periodic pension increases enjoyed by defined benefit scheme retirees to contributory pension scheme to boost their monthly pensions. The Director General of PENCOM, Omolola Oloworan, made the request during a courtesy visit to Governor Sanwo-Olu at the Lagos State Government House to present the report of PENCOM's 2027 routine inspection of the Lagos State Commission. Oloworan lauded Lagos as a leading model in the federation of its effective implementation of contributory pension scheme. Despite the progress, Pencambos proposed a partnership with Lagos to make the pension clearance certificate a mandatory requirement for companies seeking Lagos State government contracts and services as practiced at the federal level. Governor Sheyi Makinde has pledged to support the police to tackle boundary disputes between Oyo and Osun State. Makinde made the promise when he received the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Fred Ikokutu, in charge of Zone 11, overseeing Oyo and Osun State. The governor pledged to support the police to bring lasting peace to the affected area as nothing can be achieved in an atmosphere of insecurity. He maintained that his administration will continue to prioritize the security of lives and property of its citizens and would continue to ensure peaceful coexistence between residents of Oyo and those of neighboring states. In Osun, all Progressives Congress interest groups have pushed for the zoning of governorship ticket to Osun West Senatorial District. The group cited decades of political marginalization as the reason for the call. They said no fewer than 25,000 youth have been mobilized across Osun State to deliver victory for the APC candidate in the 2026 election. The Progressives Frontliners and Coalition of Osun APC interest groups disclosed this during their monthly joint meeting in Osogbo, that their membership strength had grown from 15,000 to 25,000 after spreading tentacles across the state's 30 local government councils. Addressing newsmen after the meeting, Ajibade Abiodun, one of the coordinators, lauded coordinators at all local government areas of the state, bringing together a significant number of youths in the West Senatorial District to produce the next gubernatorial candidate for the All Progressives Congress. This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha. News nationwide will continue shortly. Thanks for staying tuned. For comments, breaking news, and coverage of events, send an email to vicinitynewsroom@gmail.com or call 081-4365-8302. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Vicinity 95.3 FM. Now, the rest of the news. The president of a faction of National Association of Nigerian Students, NAS, Atiku Isa, has withdrawn the allegations made against the son of the president, Sheyi Tinubu, calling it untrue and instigated. Isa had in a video made public alleged Sheyi Tinubu and the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, offered him 100 million naira bribe in Lagos to promote President Bola Tinubu. He claimed to have rejected the amount of money and was assaulted for his lack of cooperation. The students' leader also called the president's son, saying he could not promote a president who had failed to fulfill his electoral promises. In a statement made on his Facebook page, Isa disclosed his earlier claims were influenced by NAS President Olusola Ladoja, who misinformed him with the interest and intent of foiling his agenda against him. In Kwara, Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey on child mortality data has shown Kwara State recorded the least in child mortality rates. The Executive Secretary, Kwara State Primary Health Care Development Agency, Professor Nusirat Elelu, on Thursday in Ilorin at the first quarterly meeting of the Kwara State Task Force on Immunization and Primary Health Care, said one of the indicators tracked revealed the state recorded 2 out of 1,000 live births. The data is the least when compared to other data from across the country. This she attributed to the improvement of health care by Kwara State government, reducing the likelihood of children dying from preventable causes at childbirth. The Kano State government has banned live political programs on all radio and television stations across the state to prevent the spread of provocative statements capable of inciting violence. The State Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Ibrahim Weya, made this public at a meeting with media executives in the state. He stressed the need for the media to embrace ethical broadcasting in line with the state's cultural and religious values, while he argued that Kano state government had no plans to stifle the media. He maintained the ban is strategic efforts to prevent the broadcast of defamatory content that could undermine the peace of the state. In light of these, individuals appearing on broadcast platforms must sign an undertaking committing to refrain from making abusive or cultural offensive remarks. A bit of sport, former Green Super Eagles captain Segun Odegbami has been appointed as the Grand Sport Ambassador of Ogun State alongside other ambassadors Tobias Musa and Anthony Joshua. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, while unveiling the appointment, promised that the Gateway Games will be a benchmark for the National Sport Festival in the country. Governor Abiodun presented the certificate appointing Odegbami as the state's Grand Ambassador while speaking in readiness of the state to host the 22nd National Sport Festival. He said the state is thinking of leveraging on the gains that will come from hosting the games. To end news nationwide and a look at the headlines. A bill seeking to make the learning of local languages compulsory in primary schools has passed its second reading in the House of Representatives. I told you that Osun Progressives Congress interest groups have pushed for the zoning of governorship ticket to Osun West Senatorial District ahead of 2026 governorship election in the state. And lastly, you heard Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey on child mortality data has shown Kwara State recorded the least in child mortality rates. The indicators tracked reveal the state recorded 2 deaths out of 1,000 live births. And that was news nationwide. It was packaged and edited by Lua Funke Israel. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
Radio just got excited.
This is
Vicinity FM 95.3. We are your connection to the sound that surrounds you.
and I sound like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I hit music belongs here.
I got the keys to the city.
This is Vicinity FM 95.3.
We lead while others follow. We lead while others follow. Vicinity FM.